Alright lads, so I finally decided to pass the job of getting a biopsy appointment along to my partner, who somehow, 10 minutes after me asking him to do it, he comes back to me with a biopsy appointment. I don't know what I do wrong. So yeah, he managed to get me an appointment, which is great. And I was like, yes, finally! And now the reality of actually having the biopsy is kind of setting in. So from what I can tell, they're going to do 2 different biopsies on both sides of my neck. And then I'll get the results back in a few days, I assume. I'm not sure if I'm more worried about the actual procedure or if I'm more worried about the results. Maybe it's both. I don't know. I feel like whatever it is, I can handle it. I just want to know. It's kind of the not knowing bit that's the worst bit. Like, if it's the worst case scenario, then at least I know and we can start fixing it. But yeah, the before bit kind of sucks. What I also didn't consider is that I'm going to have 2 big bruises on my neck. So I'm going to look pretty daft for a bit. I don't know what people are going to think. Maybe they think I have 2 giant hickeys on my neck. Hopefully not. Okay, so I will check back in once it's done and let you know how it went. Hopefully it doesn't hurt too much. But yeah, talk to you later. Bye! So the biopsy is done. I guess I'll tell you a little bit about my biopsy experience, but I'm gonna warn you that if you are here for some kind of reassurance, then you're not gonna get it from me. I did plenty of research, just seeing other people's opinions, everyone's experiences, and people were generally saying that it really wasn't bad. I said that the worst part is the anesthetic, and then after that it was just a little uncomfortable. So he tells me that obviously you cannot numb the thyroid. So the anesthetic is just like a surface anesthetic. In my opinion, it did nothing. That's just my opinion. It felt like it did absolutely nothing. So they put this gunk on my neck for the ultrasound. They did because I had to have 2 biopsies, 1 in each side. So they did an anesthetic injection in this side, then in this side, and that stung a bit, not gonna lie. And then they went in with the biopsy bit. The biopsy was not very fun. People said, he did say to me, you know, this isn't going to be uncomfortable, it might hurt a little. It didn't hurt a little, it hurt a lot. So they go in, you can see. I don't know if you can see the band-aids. I've got one here and one here. And each biopsy took 3 needles. And I'm not gonna lie to you, it really hurt. The closest I can think is it felt like having a piercing in your neck, but it takes ages. So he does the first one. I have lost track of how long it took, but it's kind of like an in-out motion, and I just squeeze my eyes shut and squeeze my partner's hand, and we got through it. And then he says, okay, next one, same spot, needle in again, get another sample. After that one, I just was losing my mind. Started crying because I'm a huge baby. And then he does the third one. And then after the third one, I just sit up and say, I need a minute. Because this is really painful. It's really uncomfortable. It's not fun. I wasn't having a good time. I'm just being honest. I kind of get the feeling that if it was just the one biopsy that needed doing, then it wouldn't have been so bad. But I kind of got it in my head, like, we have to do all of this again. So usually if something bad is happening, you're like, I just need to hold on, it'll be fine, just gotta get through it. But when you know you're not even halfway through, it just changes your mindset. You're like, I have to have this done all over again. I'm not done yet. I'm not even halfway through yet. And the thought of him having to do the other side as well, that didn't sit very good with me. And I know that I was making a huge fuss. I couldn't really help it. I was freaking out. I also kind of feel like maybe it hurt me more because for me, these lumps already hurt. They hurt on a normal day. They're always hurting a little to a lot. So maybe that's why it hurt more. Because other people were saying that it was fine. And the anaesthetic was the worst bit, and then it was just uncomfortable. But for me, the anaesthetic was the easiest bit, and the rest was a nightmare. Okay, so he finishes up. He says, okay, we're all done. And then he takes a little look at me and goes, okay, don't get up yet. And I realised that, I've kind of gone into a jelly state. No longer as solid. I'm almost a liquid. So he says to me, do you feel like you're going to faint? And I'm like, no, even though I did. I said, I feel like I'm going to be sick. He says, no, I think you're going to faint. And he checks, I don't know what he was doing. It was a blur. He squeezes my thumbs and my hands, and I'm just kind of like, nah. I don't know if it's just because I was freaking out, or if my body had had enough and wanted to kind of shut down, or if it was just me being a drama queen as usual. So now I'm just waiting on my results. They said it's going to be 1 to 2 days, which means it would either have been today or tomorrow. They'll probably call whilst I'm at work, I assume. If they don't call tomorrow, then I have to wait the entire weekend. Which I don't want to do. Yeah, so anyway, that was my experience. I have to say, if you're having a thyroid biopsy, then from what I can tell, I had an atypical experience, and most people thought it was fine. Not everyone. There are people who had the same experience as me. It might just be that I'm a huge baby, and I had the same experience as everyone else, but I have a very low pain tolerance. I don't know. But it's done. I'm really glad it's done. I think that's all I've got to say for now. I'll report back when I have some news. No promises when that is. Yeah. That's it. I'll talk to you later. Bye! That again. Maybe. You don't have to spread it all the way out.
What?
Yeah. should we have a chat? So I got my phone call. Just get it out the way, it was good news. Well, it was not the worst thing that it could be, thankfully. Right, so I get a call from the guy who did the biopsy, and he says, don't worry too much. It's not too bad. We haven't found any cancer cells, which is... thank fuck. So I feel like I can breathe a little bit again. The only other thing is that I don't know what actually is the problem. Because obviously there's something wrong. It's not like you can just say, oh well, it's not cancer, so... bye! I actually found the results really confusing. The one on the left side, there were a lot of words that I don't understand. I tell you what, I'll put some of the words here. I don't know what any of this means. I'm no doctor, but yeah, this all confused me. But basically he said not to worry too much. So I have decided not to worry too much. The one on the right, on the other hand, was inconclusive. And to me, that kind of means that there's no result. Like you did a test and you couldn't get anything from it. But anyway, they said that they didn't find any cancer cells. So great. So conclusion is, gotta go back for another scan in August. We're just keeping an eye on it for now. If things don't improve, they might have to biopsy it again. Which sucks. Because that was not a very enjoyable experience for me. But we'll find out, won't we? Anyway, I've got another appointment on Monday. Just to talk to my regular doctor. She'll probably clear up any of the questions that I have. But until then, I'm just gonna breathe, not worry, exactly like he told me not to do. And yeah, it hurts a lot less. It hurt for a couple of days. You might be able to see a bruise there. I look like I've got a hickey or something. Yeah, it doesn't hurt anymore, which is great. So that's all I really have to say. Good news. Good news. I think it's good news. Apart from that, today I think we're going to make some Korean food. We're definitely going to make fried chicken. Might make potatoes. Maybe some broccoli if we have it. But it's going to be a cooking day, I think. So that's nice. What else am I going to do? Might go to the lake tomorrow. It's the weekend. Who needs to have plans? Anyway, this was kind of a chatty video, I guess. So sorry if that was boring. I can't help that. Just wanted to keep people in the loop. But yeah, that's it. I'll talk to you next time. Bye!